Dennis, first night of pre-season done. How does it feel to be back?
Yeah, good. You know, you miss the boys. Once you've been away, you miss the banter. So it was good to have them all back and see the boys having banter. So nothing's changed from last year. Pretty much the whole group, or 3/4 of the group, are back. As we said on our retain list, they're all back here. They're all kept their words. We all agreed deals at the end of the season, and they've all come back. So that's really pleasing. We obviously need to get 2 or 3 players in. We're working at that. We had our targets that we missed out on, but there's many other targets, and we'll work at getting some more players in.
One player moving on is Ricky Miller. It looked like he might be with you for next season, but in the last 24, 48 hours he's accepted to move to Luton Town, and it's a great move for a young man who did great things for you last season.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm over the moon for Ricky. You know, I was said to him last year when he came here that to knuckle down, and it just shows the effort he's put in has paid off, because there's no one fitter than Ricky Miller at this football club. There's no one, apart from Garns tonight, but no, he's put a hell of a lot into it. He's dedicated his life to become a footballer over the last year. He got his rewards with us, and that's why he became Conference North Player of the Year. And now he's got himself a fantastic move. But the hard work begins now for Ricky. You know, it's all right signing for Luton. The next thing is trying to get into their first team. So, you know, sometimes these things don't work out. But Ricky's got the desire and the determination. So I'm sure he will get an opportunity to play in their first team, and then he's got to take it. But, you know, we at Boston, I hope, certainly me, the fans, can thank him for what he's done last year and wish him all the best for the future. He's been great to work with, and I'm really pleased for him.
And a player that scored you 28 goals and won 13 penalties, how do you go about replacing that?
Well, it's difficult. You know, to follow a Conference North Player of the Year is going to be really difficult, but we've signed Dale Saville, and we're hopeful that Dale is going to turn into a top player for us. You know, Ricky last year, people were saying, oh, why'd you bring Ricky back and this and that, but look what Ricky done. So I'm hopeful that Dale Saville will turn into a top goal scorer for us next year. So we might not be talking about Ricky Miller in 3 or 4 months' time, might be talking about Dale Saville. Everyone knows about Mark Newsham. So obviously we need cover, so we need to look at that area. But we'll find the players. I had to find more players last year, if you remember. I think I signed about 15 players in the summer of last year, and I've only probably got to find 3 more players this year. So we'll get that done, and we'll be competitive come the start of the season.
And Scott Garner, a player you always said would sign for you. Many doubted you, but he's done the deal tonight and on board for the season ahead. Garns
is unbelievable. You know, one of the, the finest players I've had to manage with regards to his commitment, attitude. He's a man of his word. You know, I think I put on Twitter the other day, I spoke to Garns briefly at the end of the season. I said, I want you back here next year. He said, I want to be here. We didn't even really speak money, but he said, I want to be at Boston if you can do a deal for me. He wasn't asking for fortunes. He just enjoyed his football. He wanted to stay here. And then I phoned him again last week and just said, Garns, are we still on? And he said, of course we're still on. And there he is tonight. He's come first in the yo-yo test, even beating Ricky Miller. And his first night back at training, he's ended up being the fittest in the football club. So for a centre-half, that's a massive achievement. He's obviously worked hard in the summer. He'll be a great captain for us next year, and we're really proud to have him as a permanent player for Boston United.